All right. Hey, welcome. This is If My People Bible Reading, part 237. We are into the requested research and apologetics of the word Berean style. So we're going to show you this. We're going to go straight to it. And you won't have to look at me for the next 14 minutes. And you'll look at some, I'll read it. You can just listen to you. And Marty, if you're at home in bed, just lean back in the pillow and relax. And by the end of 15 minutes, you'll be sound asleep. Not really. Really? Okay. We call this the eternal purpose. What is the Father always trying to do? And I just wanted to show you quickly. You see how this is done? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then it kind of curves H, and then H going backwards to A. You see how that's done? That is give you an idea as you watch me do this. This is Hebraic apologetic Berean. This is how the Bible was written. It was written this way on purpose because it's clearer and it's better to understand than Greek, Hellenistic. We are taught by Greek Hellenistic in schools in Western society. That's how we're taught. Everything goes from the left to the right, and you read from the left to the right, and life begins on the left and ends up on the right. That's not how YSHUA. That's not how the Father does things. They do things in a circular fashion. So what you're looking at is circular. So we'll start with the generations of the heavens and the earth. This is what a lot of people have asked. Uh, they're a bit confused. They they want to understand about the more than one earth age, and they're having difficulty. A lot, especially my Jewish friends, they do not believe in Satan. They do not believe in hell, and they don't believe in that stuff. So I said, it's in your word. Most everything I give you is right out of Genesis. So let's get started. Part A: the primal creation, heavens and the earth, the the first earth age. Now that's Genesis 1. Christians were not taught this. They're taught that Adam and Eve garden 6 days. The Yahweh created the heavens and the earth. That is absolutely true, and I don't have a problem with that at all. But let's read the word just as it is written. Okay, it explains things much clearer. The Mazzaroth began with a heaven and earth. Now you'll notice in Genesis 1 up until Revelation 22, where and then in the middle of the Bible it says the end is revealed in the beginning. So if you want to know what's going on in Revelation because you're having trouble understanding a three-dimensional circular book, that was definitely three-dimensional and circular. It is not written in Hellenistic style. So there is no sun or moon in the first heaven and earth. And by the way, big secret in Revelation 22, there is no sun and moon there either. Okay, the Hubble telescope has so far been able to look back about 9 million light years at the furthest star cluster. Hasatan was originally Lucifer, a bearer of light, an archangel, and he was the first to make a choice over sin over the Father, and has since taken many other messengers, one third of the angels, from heaven with him. Now, part B, Hasatan's first rebellion. The earth became waste and a ruin. Yahweh created it not a ruin, nor wasteful. His first rebellion was to ruin the earth, not Adam or Eve, because Adam and Eve weren't born yet, okay? Part C, the earth restored and blessed. This is the second earth age. The heavens and the earth, which are before the flood, created in 6 days, as most Christians understand. Everything mentioned before this in part A and B is confusion in the churches and synagogues. You have to deal with them slowly. Part D, Hasatan appears this time in the Garden of Eden. This time he corrupts mankind through Adam and Eve. And many future offspring come from Adam and Eve. Even up to today, he's busy destroying people's minds. He appears to have his way with mankind, but he doesn't. Hasatan wants to destroy all seed again on earth of all living, everything. He wants to do it all. Part E. Remember, Remember this before we go to part E. If he's been on this earth, let's just say he's been here 400,000 years, okay? And all of a sudden, the Father says, by the way, Lucifer, I want you to, or Hasatan, I want you to take care of Adam and Eve and help them out, okay? You're going to be their helpmate. Are you kidding? Hasatan didn't like that at all. Part E, mankind dealt with as a whole. Now, Cain and his seed, that was in him, because Cain and his seed came from his mother, Eve. Remember that. So he and Eve, her seed, came from Adam. So Adam was made in the image of Yahweh. Cain and Abel and Seth and all of us, even you and I, were made in the image of a degenerated Adam. We are not made in the image of God. We have been, because of sin, because of all the diseases that are out there today, that Yahweh didn't make that. And Adam and Eve were physically, sexually beguiled by Hasatan. And all the generations after, we all live with the effects as a whole. Adam and Eve were originally free from choice because they did not eat from that tree of Torah. We have choice. Hasatan had choice. Adam and Eve did not. But they broke it, and as a result of the Torah, they have choice. The knowledge of good and evil. Get it? And that's exactly what happened in the New Covenant. Because YSHUA, only the living Torah, could remove this through his death on the tree, because he is Torah. The DNA that was generated was permitted to pass through into the post-flood Noah age. Well, what do you mean by that? Read carefully. It says there are the animals and this and that, and the beast that Yahweh mentioned in Genesis, who entered through the ark as he guided them in. Not Adam, not Eve, not Noah. It was Yahweh who brought in and allowed certain beasts unto the ark. And so as a result of that, after the flood, as it's written, and afterwards, that Nephilim and beasts and giants were permitted even into the third earth age, which we are currently in. We are currently in the third. It started after the flood. And by the way, David had to put up with some of these large, gigantic people. F. The chosen nation is called and blessed. The earth begins anew by Yahweh, saying that he will bless and curse those, and they must continually hear and obey the Torah that testifies against them. They're told not to mix with pagan tribes, and every commandment and judgment, Yahweh does not save the generations. He does not. He saves a remnant of the generations. And also Israel scattered throughout the world, as it is today. The first advent, G. YSHUA comes in the form of a man from the lineage of Joseph and the bloodline of Miriam, Joseph's wife. The four Gospels each offer a view of the Messiah as the living Word. YSHUA proclaims his kingdom on the earth in two appearances. This is his first. The first appearance, or advent, is to be a final blood atonement and to establish his priesthood on this earth. And this is the first part of the priestly order of Melchizedek. There is no longer a single temple with a priest. Instead, we are now to be a priest in our family, our bodies being living sacrifices and temples of Yah. The kingdom of Kadosh priests who answer to Yah through YSHUA. Part H. We're just about halfway through. The kingdom is re-proclaimed, and the church of God, the real one, is called out and it's taken. And on the earlier Pauline epistles, the kingdom again is rejected and Israel again scattered. YSHUA came and he called upon them, and they rejected him. It could have been then, but it didn't. So now, part H going backwards. The kingdom postponed and in abeyance, the third earth age, but now we're in the latter days. It's not yet. The mystery is yet to be revealed. It's there. You got to look for it. And you're getting part of the mystery now. The new hope, the church which is his body, called up, will be taken up. Part G. Once again, we're going backwards, G to A. The second advent. Now, That's what we're hoping for, the second coming. This earth is corrupted again by Hasatan and his minions. Mankind, the land, the animals, the plant life again, as in the first earth age, has been altered, corrupted. The second advent will usher into the fourth earth age. YSHUA comes in the form of Jehovah, the first fruits, the first resurrection. Those who have died in YSHUA beheaded will reign on earth for 1,000 years. Not everybody, as everybody thinks. Read again in Revelation. It says those who died and were beheaded for holding on to the belief and not denying YSHUA. And the kingdom will be established on earth. Now catch this, not in Israel. It's not what it says. It says the kingdom will be established on earth in the land of Greater Egypt, Syria, and Israel. The king enthroned with the oblation area in which Jerusalem is located on the southeastern edge of the entire sanctuary, as detailed in the book of Ezekiel. So the where will the oblation area be? Will the sanctuary be? Will it be in downtown Jerusalem where the Temple Mount is, supposedly? No. No, it will not. Read Ezekiel and read Revelation. Oh my goodness. Part F. The chosen nation, recalled and blessed. Those who did not mix, those who chose to hear and obey, those who chose to follow the royal Torah of Shabbats, the 3 feasts, the festivals of harvest, the Passover, the Shavuot, the tabernacles, and those who chose to let their light shine among the nations and were unafraid will take part in the millennium. All others who have a choice to live on this earth for 1,000 years under the iron scepter Torah rule from YSHUA. YSHUA will appoint shepherds over his sheep, and there will be a healing for those who hear and obey. Interesting. Not what you hear in church, synagogues, is it? E. Mankind dealt with as a whole. The millennium will be a time of blessings and curses. Those who do not hear and obey will not receive the rains that the crops need, and there will be famine for those who rebuke the Kadosh land of Greater Israel. So there will be problems, serious problems during the millennium. It won't be a heaven on earth for everyone. No, never said that. D. Hasatan. Let's see how much time I got. A minute and a half. Hasatan bound and the consequences. Near the end of the millennium, Hasatan will be permitted a short time to once again raise his armies of hate and rebellion and go against believers. Yahweh will stop this and finally destroy the evil that is permitted to reign for so long on this earth. C. The earth will be destroyed and blessed. The new earth, the heaven, will be brought down from the above for the bride of YSHUA to dwell in forever. This eternal earth is the 5th earth age and will never be corrupted by evil or sin. No sin can enter these gates. Hasatan's final rebellion. There will be a great white throne judgment with all souls that have been born through the water and the blood, a soul entering into this world through woman, and each will be judged according to go to eternal life with the Father or eternal separation from the Father and death. Excuse me. A new heaven and a new earth. Now, this earth is not repaired. It's not fixed, as many are taught. It is written it is destroyed by fire. Now, compare this to the Mazzaroth today by looking up as when objects of space flying to the sun, the Jupiter, Saturn, they crash into large objects, they crash into the earth, they all burn up, and they are not in their other natural state ever. That is the synopsis. That's a quick 15 minutes I wanted to give you so you can understand and go through this and listen again if I talk too fast. But some people have been asking about that. Take a look at it. See if I've said anything wrong and let me know. I love this stuff and I love you guys. Shalom.